Relationships that build wealth, create opportunities, the right solutions. That's what we do at J&N Fund Managers.
We're in pursuit of your financial security.
Portfolio and investment management services for individuals and corporate clients, from wealth building and risk management to preparing for a comfortable retirement. Strong, stable, secure.
We're in pursuit of your success.
Let's talk. J&N Fund Managers, your safer, smarter financial partner.
All right, a wonderful and pleasant morning to you all. Thank you so much for making it Love 101. And welcome once again to Your Goals Realized. And with me in studio, once again, we have Dolores Jones. Good morning, Dolores.
Good morning, Nadine. Good morning, listeners.
Yes, and we also have Haley Crossdale. Good morning,
Nadine, and good morning to your listeners as well.
Awesome, and we're happy to have you back in the studios of Love 101. Now, last week we did our first kind of like an introductory program on Your Goals Realized. What has the feedback been like?
It has been great, Nadine. Listeners have been calling and they have been emailing for information.
Awesome.
You see, as Jamaicans, we are all ambitious people.
Yes.
And everyone has a goal in life that they want to achieve. I'd also like to give a big shout out to Alette Lynch. Good morning, Alette. You were the first person who made contact.
Oh, nice.
And thanks for actually giving us the permission to mention your name on air.
Lovely, lovely. All right, now we had homework too. So
Yes.
before we get to the homework, we gave out SMART.
Right,
Right.
we gave out SMART goals, which were, remember, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound goals. So we hope our listeners did their homework and that they have identified these SMART goals. So in identifying these SMART goals, it takes us to the focus of today's program, which is the financial plan. You see, to achieve SMART goals, you need a financial plan. So what is a financial plan? Let's say you're going to take a trip from Kingston to Negril. You've never been before. Don't you need a roadmap?
True.
All right. So think of your financial plan as that roadmap, as it guides or directs you along your financial goal or financial journey to achieving your goals, such as that house or that car, your child's education, or even that smaller plans. And remember, your goals have to be SMART. Now, the plan should also include a contingency or an emergency section in the event of any unforeseen circumstances or life changes that may come your way. The benefit of the plan: it provides direction for your financial decisions by allowing you to have a greater confidence in where you're going financially. It helps you to gain control and peace of mind, knowing that you're on track for the future that you want for yourself and your family. And it also helps you to adapt more easily to unforeseen changes in life. For example, loss of income for varying reasons. Your health, you may have been made redundant, you lost your job for whatever reason. So basically, it's all about getting organized, being in control of your finances, than letting your finances control you.
Right, and you're talking about making a financial plan. I like how you break it down instead of just going haywire.
The contact.
Oh, nice.
And thanks for actually giving us the permission to mention your name on air.
Lovely, lovely. All right, now we had homework too. So
Yes.
before we get to the homework, we gave out SMART.
Right?
Right.
We gave out
And us running with the wind, which is okay for when the time is right for that. But when you have something specific in mind, you have to have a plan.
That's correct.
What's a plan? How you describe a financial plan for our listeners?
As I said, it's like a roadmap. So you need to put step by step what it is that you need to have in this plan. So first things, you're going to establish the goals that you want in life. They could be short term, medium term, or the long term. And remember, they have to be SMART.
Yes.
Then we're going to work out the assets and liabilities that you have. write them down, because having them in your head, you may not remember. You just may go around and simply just write them down step by step or one by one.
So last week we asked the listeners to write down what goals they have,
Right.
and that and now this week you're saying no, we should write down something else. What is this now?
Your assets and your liability, what you have. And remember, your assets are what you own,
Right.
and your liabilities are what you owe. So you can't just remember what it is that you have.
That you
Remember
have.
that you have people to pay.
Right. And
So you
wants
have to
and
write down that
things.
section as well. That is
Right.
very important. So then after you've done that, you're going to evaluate your current financial position. How close are you to achieving that goal that you're working towards? Then you're going to develop a plan. So now you're going to develop how is it that you're going to get to this, like creating a route map then for achieving your different goals. Then you're going to implement this plan. That means you're going to make the changes that are necessary to make this plan work. And the plan has to work, or it's
Right.
going to work.
Right.
Remember now, you're going to also monitor and review the plan at least yearly and make adjustments when necessary. Remember, sometimes life throws us a curveball,
Right.
so we have to be able to deal with these changes as they come along. So that's basically your steps for the financial plan.
And to add to that, Nadine, you can't do it alone. And that's why companies have licensed financial advisors. So Jane Fund Managers have a cadre of professionals that will help you walk the road, chart your course.
Right.
So at all times, it is important that you work with a professional in achieving these goals.
Now, what exactly then is it that the advisor, somebody comes into JN Fund Managers, what is it? Because what I want you to do is explain for somebody who's listening, I can do this by myself. Why do I need JN Fund Managers? What exactly would you be doing when they come in?
All right, first thing, Nadine, we sit with the individual. We find out first what they want to achieve. Then we look at where they are now in that life cycle. So, for example, if the person is saying, I want to purchase a house in 2 years, we look at where they are now, that is their finances, how much they have towards that goal. Where can they live based on their financial circumstances? And we work with them to develop a plan. We also look at their risk tolerance, because one has to invest starting at where they are now in order to reach these goals.
Okay.
So we have to look at how much risk that person can take on. So we do a total financial evaluation of that person, and based on that we create a basket of different investment instruments that can actually help that person to reach the goal.
Okay, and if you're in the know, you will know exactly how to guide each person as you look at their situation individually. Haley, anything else on the financial plan this morning?
Well, as I said before, you need to write down your assets.
important
and
to write it,
right. So
yeah.
you need to at least know where you are currently if you want to achieve that goal. And remember the SMART again.
Yes.
We don't want to be in a situation where we're reaching for something that our finances won't allow us to get to. So remember the steps. We're going to establish the goals that we want, work out our assets and our liabilities, evaluate our current financial situation, develop the plan, implement the plan, make necessary adjustments as you go along with that plan, because things can happen in life
right.
that will throw our plan out of the way it's supposed to have gone. And if not, sit and talk to a financial advisor. JN Fund Managers, as Laura said, we have a cadre of professionals who can help you realize your dreams.
All right, wonderful. We have homework again.
Yes,
Next.
we do. Next,
Yes.
we do.
But before we go into the assignment, Nadine, and before time runs out, I want to tell the listeners that in starting the road to a financial planning, budgeting is the very first process.
Important.
And our Peter Gay Miller, another member of the financial advisory team, will join us next week as we take our listeners through the steps of budgeting. And Haley will give the assignment for next week. Over to you, Haley.
All right. So remember, last week's assignment was to establish those SMART goals.
Right.
This week, we're going to ask our listeners to gather their receipts, to sit down and, especially for this past week that you have done any spending, that we're going to craft that budget with Peter Gay when she goes through the steps with us. So your assignment, gather your receipts for your last week.
For this past week.
For this past week, or even you can go beyond, by the beginning of the month, or even last month, that we can sit and craft that budget with you.
Okay, I like it. All right, so we get homework, children. Make sure you gather all your receipts, and then you will talk us through it next time.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing inside the feature Your Goals Realized. And for persons who want more information, have questions, be free to email info@jnfunds.com. That's info@jnfunds.com, or text to 877-2612. That's 877-2612. Dolores?
And you can also visit our website and click on the tab Your Goals Realized, and the group of professionals will also be there ready to assist you.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies, and all the very best. This has been Your Goals Realized, and in studio with me today, Dolores Jones and Haley Crossdale. Have a blessed rest of the day.
Same to you.
Thank you. Same to you.
Relationships that build wealth, create opportunities, the right solutions. That's what we do at JN Fund Managers.
We're in pursuit of your financial security.
Portfolio and investment management services for individuals and corporate clients, from wealth building and risk management to preparing for a comfortable retirement. Strong, stable, secure.
We're in pursuit of your success.
Let's talk. JN Fund Managers, your safer, smarter financial partner.